drop it.
Hello everyone and welcome to Cheap Noise in the House, the channel where we talk about electronic games and music production. I'm Cheap Noise and survey says I'm in the house, and recently I published a video where I showed you all the top 20 worst games of all time, and amongst that list was number 5, which was Qube, a thing that I said was a horrible buggy mess with games you couldn't complete. And yeah, that part was true until I found one at a thrift store, and I decided to buy one just to show you all how buggy it was. So I bought it. It costed me, I think, $3 Canadian. It was originally 21 bucks, but it got reduced down, of course, because it was at the thrift store. And you know what? It's a pretty good game. They completely fixed it. And I think the new one has a different box design as well. I'm going to put the images at the end of the video. But yeah, this game now is really comparable to the 2020 Revolution, Rubik's Revolution, and even succeeds it or exceeds it in some parts. So in this video, I'm going to compare it to the 2020 Revolution, which I've got over here. I'm going to tell you why this is better at some things and this is better at others. So first of all, let's take a closer look at the Qube. So you have these kind of funky drawings around the buttons. Now, the buttons are circle instead of square like you're accustomed to with Rubik's Revolution buttons. You have 6 sides. You have a blue, yellow, red, green, purple, and orange. And on the blue side, you have a power switch to turn the game on and off, obviously. And you have a screw to open the battery compartment. This takes 3 AAA batteries, and it comes with batteries out of the box. Now, one issue I had with the one I bought years ago that hasn't been fixed, unfortunately, is that when you take the battery compartment out, the switch here, it flies out and gets lost somewhere because it's not held on by anything. Actually, it's the cover that holds the switch on. So you have to find it, put it back in its place, align with the top cover. It's just a faff to do just to play this game. So yeah, this thing is kind of bad. Of course, the other thing that they haven't fixed is kind of the shoddy build quality. As you can see, you can hear it creak and cracking as I squeeze it. This thing is not particularly built well, but you know, as long as the games are good, we can avoid that entirely. So why don't we turn the lights off and I'll show you all the games on this thing. Powering up the Qube in 3, 2, 1.
Press blue to play light speed prime. Press yellow to play light speed pro. Press red to play pass out. Press green to play rapid recall. Press purple to play full charge. Press orange to play sounds out.
So as you can see, the lights are really bright, and they're a lot brighter than the lights on the 2020 Revolution. If I can turn it on real quick. The blue is pretty bright, but lights like the yellow is pretty dim. Red is ridiculously dim. Green is okay. But you get the idea. The lights on the 2020 Revolution are a lot dimmer than the lights on these. And these are so bright, you can see them from other sides. So this kind of gets in the territory of the Rubik's Revolution Ice Edition, which I got over here. Because it has kind of a white, translucent plastic shell, you can see all the lights from all the sides pretty much. So let's turn the game on and let's show you all of the modes. Now, the modes are the same as they are on the Rubik's Revolution 2020 for the most part. Of course, there are some changes that have been done, but I'm going to show you them in good time. So to turn it on, again, you just press a button, and let's try Lightspeed Prime. And this, it's basically like Lightspeed Trainer. There's 2 lights turning on at once, except the timer ticks a lot faster in this mode than it does on regular Lightspeed. Or Lightspeed Pro in this case. So you can see the lights are really bright, and they're really good looking under dark lighting. Oops. One thing I forgot to mention, this is harder than the Rubik's Revolution a little bit, because there's 10 clock ticks before the time runs out on here, and 12 on the Rubik's Revolution 2020. And this is as fast as it gets. Oops.
You got 31 correct.
And now it will go into a sleep mode. You can also hit a game mode button. So this is yellow mode, or light speed pro. As you can see, there's one light at once, but the timer is a lot slower. So it kind of evens the playing field out a bit. Oops. Oh,
You got 35 correct.
let's turn the game off for a bit. The next mode is called Pass Out, or on the Rubik's Revolution, it's Multiplayer Madness. Except this one, you have a few changes. First of all, you can select up to 7 players. And second of all, the timer, instead of going faster every time someone hits a light, will go faster when all the players have played. So it kind of evens out the difficulty curve between players. Let me show you. So for Pass Out, you hit red. And now you can select the number of players. I'm going to hit green for 7 players.
7 players.
And it starts. So you can see the timer is pretty slow to begin with.
Pass the cube.
And it's not speeding up until all 7 players have played. Which is a neat touch. I like that.
Pass the cube. Pass the cube.
And now it just sped up.
Pass the cube. 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 Pass the cube.
Alright, let's put them all out.
Player 7 out. Pass the cube. Player 1 out. Pass the cube. Player 2 out. Pass the cube. Player 3 out. Pass the cube. Player 4 out. Pass the cube. Pass the
Oops.
cube. Player 6 out.
Congratulations, player 5.
Player 5 wins.
You win. So that was Pass Out. Next, let's move on to Rapid Recall. Now, this game is also kind of different because instead of repeating colors, you have to repeat the sounds out beats. So it's a lot longer to play, but I think it's pretty unique how it works. Let me show you. So for Rapid Recall, you hit green. So this beat is first. I hit it. I hit this one and this one. So it's Simon, except instead of playing with colors, you play with beats. Oops. My green button is kind of finicky. So that was Rapid Recall. Now the next one is Sounds Out. And on the other Zoom Cube that I tried many years ago, you couldn't complete that one. The last sound remained quiet forever, and you just couldn't hit it. So the game lasted literally forever or until the cube timed out. This one, of course, they fixed it. So this is quiet, so you don't hit it. This is loud, so you hit it. Quiet. Loud. Quiet. Quiet. Now you can't hit this light right away. you have to wait until it pops on to hit it, which is another difference.
23.84 seconds.
So that was Sounds Out, and the last game is Full Charge, which is the exact same as the Rubik's Revolution 2020, except it's way easier because you can see the lights from all sides. Oops. I say this and I'm failing miserably. Right, let's try that one more time.
10.47 seconds.
There you go. That was a bit better.
Called in 6.98 seconds.
So that were all the games. Now, I'm going to show you some things you can do with this that you can't with the Rubik's Revolution 2020. Now, the first one is volume control. So how you do this is you turn the game on, you hold yellow and purple for half a second. Now you can hit yellow to decrease the volume or purple to increase it. I'm going to put it one step below maximum and hit both buttons to go back to the main menu. The other thing you can do is change the language. Now, to do that, you hold yellow and red for about 2 seconds. It will reboot, and now it will speak French. I have to say the French on this is absolutely broken. They didn't use the right sample at the right time. Yeah, it's kind of cringy when you speak in French, but it's still a pretty fun novelty if you put it in French once in a while. Let's put it back in English. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is, if you turn it off and on, it won't save your language and volume setting, but if you let it turn off in sleep mode and you hit a button, your settings will be saved. So it doesn't have flash for it to turn back off and on, but it has flash if it's continuously turned on in sleep mode, if that makes any sense. Welcome back. Now, a few things I forgot to mention. First of all, the makers of the Zoom Qube are called Top Secret Toys, and they also made the Rubik's Revolution 2020 and the original Rubik's Revolution back in 2008. They won Toy of the Year award back then. So they're all over these kind of light speed, press a button to catch the light cube things. Another thing I forgot to mention is the Zoom Qube will stop counting your score after 99 because it doesn't have a score for 100. While as the Rubik's Revolution 2020, you could potentially go up to 999 if you so desired, I think. So, if you want a higher score count, you should get the 2020. If you want brighter lights, a language selector, volume control, and different games that are, sure, longer and weirder, but more unique, I would go with the Zoom Qube. And that's it for this video. So until next time, cheers!